Hello everybody, I've forgotten to set up my green screen. I'll be right with you. Hi Buzz, how are you doing? You having a good day? You're right, my life is a mess. And now everybody knows it. Also, my phone is repeating what I'm saying. Dang it, Buzz, why you gotta say things in chat? Well, I mean, if you want to do a race, then I guess we need to start now. I don't think we can do the messenger in an hour. Why you gotta start saying things in chat while I'm on the just starting screen? Why you gotta rush me, man? Yeah, you got an hour free? And then I suppose it's off to work? Yeah, glad to hear you're alright. Do you like babbling to the void? It's true. I often catch you just babbling. I'm getting there. Still not 100%, but better than I was yesterday, and yesterday I was better than I was the day before, so... Just got a bit of a ticklish throat at the moment, that's about it. Yeah, nobody likes the new Twitch. I'm not keen on their font choices. And there's too much open space. Like, for some reason companies have this obsession with, like, blurring the edges of boxes. Wow. Okay, nothing I could have done there. For some reason companies seem to have this obsession with, like, blurring the outlines of boxes and making everything the same color and creating that open space. But I don't like it. Everything should have sharp edges. I want to know where stuff is. Yeah, I know, right? It looks blurry. It looks like they set Twitch now looks like they set the web page to the wrong resolution, I guess. It looks great in 800 by 600. If you make it any bigger, though. Well, I mean, it's just not designed for big screens, I guess. I mean, who really uses a screen bigger than 800 by 600? Really? This is gonna be one of those days. I can't get past the first area. You do? What sort of crazy screen have you got? I've just got an ordinary monitor, you know? It's about this big, this deep. It's a nice little square monitor. What is going on with my green screen? This is what happens when I don't set things up right. $1080, you madman. Nothing will ever display on a screen that big. A good old CRT monitor, that's what you need. That's what the modern Twitch is designed for. You know, these flat screens and all that, they were popular for a while, but their time has passed, and now Twitch is acknowledging that. There's good news though, Buzz. Twitch now has more ads. You asked for it and you got it. More ads on Twitch. Following the course of YouTube, yeah. Gotta watch an ad before you watch your ad. What? Why Bill? I'm wondering if you're trying to lead into one of your bizarre anti-Microsoft rants. But like, YouTube is owned by one of Microsoft's rivals. Gee, Bill, 2 hot dogs? I don't get it! I don't understand these references! Talk sense, Buzz! Talk sense! An ancient meme, okay. Before my time, no doubt. Yeah, no, it's the good news is that now affiliates like me, we get money off of our ads. So when there's an ad at the start of the stream or whatever, we actually get money off of it, whereas before it was only partners that actually got a share of their own ad money. And also, I can activate, when I go on my break, I can activate an ad on my break. I have control over ads now, apart from the compulsory one when you first load up the stream. Which is also good for me. And they've portrayed it as very positive things for affiliates, and to be honest, it is. It's a big deal for us. But we all know that secretly the reason they're doing it is because now that I can activate ads on my stream, if I do so, they also get ad money. So it's good for me, it's good for Twitch. Sucks to be you guys. 2 ads. So why did Bill's mum give the kid 2 hot dogs? What was the reason? Two ads, Bill? Why did your mum give you 2 ads? Probably the good dogs were hot. The good dogs were hot for him. Yes. This is language now. Yeah, I suppose that's probably it. These hot dogs are infused with the power of nutrients, and I need 2 of them to grow up strong. Alternatively, maybe they were really cheap. Such and such hot dogs are half the price of other vendors, meaning you can eat twice as much. Eats both hot dogs, feels kind of ill. We're so busy wondering about whether we could that we forgot to ask whether we should. Do. Hey Buzz, are hot dogs any good? So I'm remembering the last time I had hot dogs, I had like a veggie dog. in the US and in California. And pretty much all the food I had in California was awful, but that stands out as one of the worst things I've ever eaten. And judging by my family's reactions, the actual hot dogs weren't much better. And I feel like I've had veggie hot dogs over here and they've been edible, but I don't really remember. Some hot dogs are great. Okay. Gee, Bill, how come your mom lets you eat 2 wieners? No skins. What? I don't understand, and maybe I don't want to understand. Yeah, I guess that's just it. It's incredibly processed meat. That's a big thing over in America. A lot of... Like, that's the reason American chocolate is so awful. If it was sold over here, they wouldn't legally be allowed to call it chocolate. And I suspect that's true for a lot of other American foods. Maybe it was California that I had the hot dog in. But in general, there's not a lot of food regulation in the US. That is why pretty much every American chocolate I've ever tried is awful. Maybe? It's not really about meat specifically that I'm asking, I guess. I mean, none of the foods I had in California and hated were meat-based, obviously. Yeah, I was really disappointed with the food in California because it's famously a really multicultural area. You'd think they'd have more options and stuff. Wasn't really the case. You say phrasing, but I'm like 90% sure you said it that way on purpose. I mean, that was 100% my assumption until you said phrasing, and now it's 90% my assumption. I guess, yeah. I mean, most places didn't provide vegetarian food, which is one thing that surprised me. I know America's really big on meat, but I thought California's the big multicultural area. You'd think they'd have all kinds of stuff there. No, it's just the same stuff everywhere. California is famous for being multicultural. Americans are famous for loving food. The food here should be great. I couldn't find things that I was able to eat, and everything was big portions and terrible food. was looking forward to eating too much unhealthy stuff. I could barely stomach it. Yeah. You think California's just got a mix of... You think California's multicultural because it's got all this stuff that everywhere else in the world doesn't want? This is a statement I will not confirm on stream, but... Is Mississippi famous for food? I honestly didn't think of any state as being famous for food. My favorite Muller Crunch yogurt was Mississippi Mud Corner, though. So I guess I have heard of Mississippi themed foods. Unlike when I went to New York, and literally every restaurant has a poster on the door saying, "Come inside and try our world-famous New York cheesecake." And I had never heard of New York cheesecake before, and I've never heard of it since. It is not world famous. Nobody has heard of it outside of New York. This is deceit. This is lies. When is the government going to do something about this? I don't even know what was different about the cheesecake that I had there. It seemed like normal cheesecake to me. BBQ stuff, hot pots. Okay. I guess not stuff I eat a lot of, so that explains why it's outside of my understanding. But as I say, I've tried one Mississippi food, the Mississippi mud pie, and it was pretty good. So I'm prepared to 100% agree with you that Mississippi is the best place in the US for food. Listen, your city that does that kind of food and it's crazy good? Ooh. Won't be great for vegans though, yeah. So if they've got stuff, we should try it, but I doubt they'll have stuff. Hey Miki, how are you doing? I missed you this afternoon. You doing okay? I think places in the UK are required by law to provide a vegetarian option. I'm not 100% sure, I've never seen this law anywhere. But I've never seen a restaurant anywhere in the UK that doesn't provide vegetarian food, so... I would assume it's a law. My faith in people does not allow me to believe that it's not a law. It's not something they're being forced to do. It'll be, yeah, probably just be a veggie burger. Do pecan pie as well. We'll have to check as well, because I think you know, I'm full vegan now. Not just vegetarian. So finding food for me will be even more of a nightmare than it was last time. So I might not be able to try the pecan pie, but there's a good chance I'll be able to have the veggie burger, depending on what's in it. If not, I'm sure they have a really good salad, right? You okay? Good to hear, Miki. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there. Mostly just my throat is a little ticklish, is all that's really left to it. If I was 90% yesterday, I'm at least 95% today. I think tomorrow I'll be back to normal, out of my system. You got a bit busy over there? Are you working on plans for your holiday, Miki? That was my guess. When does he go on holiday? It's not long away now, right? Yeah, I decided to make the jump. Jeez, it's probably a couple of months ago now. It feels like I only just made the change, but I think it's actually been a while. That's why I've been posting all those pictures of food on Discord. To make sure I'm eating well, I'm trying to cook more now that I'm vegan. So I've been posting all the pictures of the food I've made on Discord, just to encourage me, I guess. I'm kind of a terrible cook, but I'm learning bit by bit. Long time from now? Oh, the holiday? I'm terrible at remembering dates and stuff. I thought it was the end of this month. Right in my head it was something the 10th. Something of the 10th. Mid-December, okay. Yeah, I was miles out. My bad, Miki. Midnight Gallows, hi, how are you doing? Having a good evening? It's me, fish. Oh, I hate this bit. Oh man, I thought I was dead though. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Shaking off the tail end of a cold, but I'm like most of the way better now. I had a super exciting day. Tuesdays are my day for cleaning out all the animals. The rabbit shed, the cat tray, the chicken hut, all that stuff, so not exciting, but it needs doing and I got it all done. Don't have to worry about it again for a little while now. Just busy at home with your mum. Okay. I hope you had a good day, Miki. Ah, what? I glanced at chat for a second and I died. I should have been safe though. I was spinning. What happened? I can't get through this area without dying at least once, it seems. This is the worst area in the game. Never mind that I've been stuck on the space level on this mode for however long. This is the worst area. The water, the spikes, the fish. Yeah. So yeah, Buzz, if you ever thought finding me food was a nightmare before, it's going to be 1,000 times worse now. But I've actually found going vegan to be a lot easier than I thought it would be. There's substitutes for just about everything. I even found some vegan ice cream last time I went to the shop. I wasn't sure I'd ever have ice cream again, so that was a real treat. No zaps. I can't help it, Miki, it's this level. Don't zap me while I'm in the water. That'll be a nightmare. Well, why did I do that? Oh wow. That was incredibly lucky. I fired that off way too early. If that hadn't been the killing blow, I would have been dead there. I need to not zone out. When was the last time I went up, Buzz? Do you remember? Was it like February time? I feel like it's getting close to being a year. Alright. I think this whole stage is maybe the worst stage. You got the spiky fish area, and then you've got this guy. Easily my least favorite boss. Not the hardest, he's just the least fun to fight. Although lately it feels like I'm getting most of my deaths on this boss. Despite having previously considered him to be the easiest. I guess it's just because it's easy to slip up and make a mistake here. The other bosses you can learn their patterns, but here it's just easy to be a little clumsy. Like that, I almost went in. Can't believe I survived that. Super Pretzel Punch, hi! This was your favorite Genesis game? Excellent choice. I'm a huge fan of this game. So I'm trying to beat it on the hardest mode. I've been at this for a while though, and I'm not getting much closer. Mostly stuck on the space level. But I'm determined to finish this on crazy hard mode someday. So how are you doing, Super Pretzel Punch? You having a good day? You never beat it, period? Worth going back to if you ever get a chance. I do really love this game. I'm doing pretty good. Just saying, I'm on the tail end of a cold. I was quite ill over the weekend, but I think I'm more or less over it now. Just the inside of my throat itches. Driving me a little crazy, but nothing to be done for it. Yeah, so this game actually has more difficulty modes than it initially seems. There's normal mode and then there's hard mode. But when you beat hard mode, you unlock super hard, and when you beat that, you unlock crazy hard. So this game just keeps going. Can I get that when the seasons change? Yeah. On this difficulty, you have 1 hit point. So, like, you can collect lives, but you can never get more than 1 hit point. I want to beat it someday because I love this game so much. I want to be able to say I've 100%ed it, but it is not easy. Come on, do the... There we go. See, I don't want to say that this is my favorite Genesis game, because saying that Sonic 2 isn't the best Genesis game ever made, it feels like blasphemy. But secretly, this might be my favorite Genesis game. It's definitely up there. It's got to be like top 3. What are the retros I played? I mostly play Mega Drive and Master System games. I was a Sega kid growing up. I've been playing Biohazard Battle. Reached the final boss in that recently. I've still not beaten it, but that's the furthest I've ever gotten. I don't know, there's a lot of random games that I play off and on. Shinobi, Restar. Actually, it's been a while since I played Restar. All the Sonic games, of course, but I mean... played them so many times. We were playing Desert Strike the other week. I'm thinking I might play some more of that later. We did the first level. 'Cause each level is quite long. And you get checkpoints between them, so... yeah, I might have a go at the second level. Desert, Urban, and Jungle Strike, yeah. I've not played them for a very long time until I started Desert Strike the other day, but I do remember them very fondly. Yeah, I'll pretty much play anything. If you've got a Mega Drive game you'd like to see me play, let me know. I'm happy to hear suggestions. Maybe my favorite Genesis games are, in no particular order, this one, Sonic 2, and Beyond Oasis? Just off the top of my head. In a moment I'm sure I'll think of one that I think is even better and has to go on the list. And we'll just go round in circles. The recent... no, they made one for like the PS3 or something, right? I've never played that. I don't know, have you ever had a look at it? Does it seem to be any good? I tend to be nervous about when they remake these old games as 3D ones. You played it yourself, but it looks good. Okay. Maybe I'll look into getting a copy if I can. There's actually a couple of... because I've played the other Mega Drive game, Sparkster. And that one... it's not awful, but it's nowhere near the standard of this one. It's not a great game. It was made in like 6 months after they finished this one to try and cash in. But I believe there's a Nintendo Rocket Knight Adventures game. That's actually, I think it's also called Sparkster, but it's a completely different game to the Mega Drive one. I've not played that either. Something I should probably look into. Yeah, I think it was playing the Sparkster game that made me nervous about buying other sequels to this. This game just has such character to it, and it's a shame to see it being reduced to something a little more dry. Castlevania Bloodlines, that's one that I've been playing recently. Never played it as a kid, I picked it up recently, and it does seem really good. I've not been able to get that far into it. But what I've played, I've enjoyed. It's not an easy game, but it's good. X-Men 2, Splatterhouse 3, Gunstar Heroes, and Mutant League Football. I don't think I've played any of those, to be honest. I should have a look, see if I can get one of them running. Gunstar is Contra / Metal Slug? Okay. Suppose that makes sense with the name. Contra Hardcore is another one of the ones that I've played. I think it was the only Contra game to come out for a Sega system. I know I beat it once when I was younger, but I've played it a couple of times on stream, and it's like... I can't get more than 2 levels in. I think that game is like 90% memorization. You gotta know where to stand at every point. Like, you're not beating that game unless you really focus on practicing it. Yeah, Bloodlines is definitely the only Castlevania. It's weird when you have these series that are all on one system. Apart from one game that, for whatever reason, came out on the rival. I don't know what brought that to be. Wily Wars was the only Genesis... I didn't know there was a Genesis Mega Man game. Huh. That's really interesting to know. Because aren't those made directly by Nintendo? Or... I don't actually know, to be honest. Hearing about a Sega Mega Man game, here's about feeling like hearing about a Sega Zelda game, though. Oh yeah, of course, the Capcom. Oh really? It's actually on the mini console. Interesting. Mutant League Football. You know, one of my friends had a Genesis game. That was kind of an American football game. It was like in a sci-fi setting, and usually ended with like half the players on either side dead. And I remember that being entertaining, but I have no idea what the name of it was. Might have been Mutant League Football. Maybe I'll have to have a look at that then. It'd be cool to see how it holds up. Kind of fun looking at games that you played as a little kid and finding out, you know, oh, this game was actually terrible, or this game's actually just as good as I remember. Seeing how it turns out. Mutant League Hockey. Had a whole series going, huh? Yeah, I should have a look at some of these, see if they're, if those are the ones that I remember. Should maybe look into getting the Genesis mini console just for the sake of supporting it, I guess. I think I probably own most of the games on it, mind, but between the actual hard copies and the and Steam copies and all that kind of stuff, I probably own multiple copies of most of the ones on there. Comic Zone, yeah, I know that one. I'm a big fan of that game. Is supporting it a good idea? I don't know. This encourages more retro cash grabs. I like knowing that the retro games are still available for purchase though, right? I don't want the games to become lost to time just because they're from old systems. They're still good games. Three, 4, 5. Oh, nope, that was my bad. Freely available is good. I mean, it's still their content, right? It's still their property. Like, if for whatever reason a game is unavailable for purchase, I am not gonna grumble at somebody pirating it because I believe the game should be out there. But if the people who own the thing are willing to sell it at a reasonable price, then that seems to me like something you should support. Yeah, Comic Zone is a lot of fun. It's cool, it's quirky. There is a lot of RNG to it, I think. Gets a little unfair. I played it a couple of times on stream, and yeah, it's still fun, and I really like the story and characters, but not necessarily super balanced. People who worked on it probably aren't getting money, it's just feeding cash to a faceless corporation. A team of converters, not creators. I mean, you can mostly use the argument to refuse to pay for anything ever, I think. Most of the money's always going to the faceless corporations. If you bought games back in the day, most of the money probably went to the guy who owned the company and had nothing to do with making games. I mean, even so, that's the sort of thing that makes new games possible. If you want new games that you like, buy the existing games that you like. And then the faceless corporations that want your money will know what you like. You gotta appeal to their soullessness. What the? That was weird. The guy just dropped down a rank on his own. Without the other... I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's gotta be a glitch of some kind. Oh, there goes one life. Cannot hear my replies. Typical Burzum. Comes into my chat, drops some controversy, and then refuses to hear any response. More likely a new wave of re-release. Yeah, more likely. I mean, I've not bought one yet, have I? But I don't know. Save? Oh yeah, you're right. I did say I was going to save state here so I can practice this level on stream sometime. I guess this is the level where I almost always game over on these crazy hard attempts. I've been stuck here for a while, I need to get good. Yeah, it's a difficult line, Burrs, but I don't know. I just want to support the things that I love. I mean, as a content creator myself, in a similar position to Sega. You know, I'd like to think that you guys weren't going to go around and pirate my streams. Not when you have the ability to watch them legitimately. Yeah, I'll probably get around to getting one sooner or later. Maybe? I don't know. Money's kind of tight. Duly noted. I bought the NES Mini. I've never had much chance to play around with it as I'd like. I was thinking about streaming from it. Because I never had a NES, I never had any Nintendo consoles bar the Game Boy growing up. So all the classic games that Nintendo fans rave on about, I've pretty much not played any of them. And I guess I'd like to someday. Make a whole series out of me playing Zeldas and... What other things are Nintendo famous for? Metroid. Castlevanias. I've only played 1 or 2 Castlevanias. Mario? Not sure I'm familiar with that one. Yeah, I played a couple of Mario games. I played Mario 1 and 2, and by 2 I mean Toki Toki Panic. Oh. Sweet Zelda remake. Wind Waker for the Game Boy? When you say Wind Waker, do you mean Link's Awakening? Because, yeah, Link's Awakening, easily the best Zelda I've ever played. And I did just get a remake that I've heard good things about. Yeah. Yeah, so Mario 3 is the one everybody raves about the most, right? Never played Mario 3. In fact, I think I've legitimately only played 3 Mario games. Mario 1.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Pretzel Punch. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the failings. See, I played Mario 1, the Western Mario 2, and I've played one of the Mario Karts, and that's literally it for Mario. So there's obviously a lot of stuff I'm missing out on there. And I've played a bunch of Game Boy Link's Zelda games, and really liked those. Yeah, Mega Man, Nope, I'm gonna... how did I get through that? That wasn't skill, that was just fate. Yeah, Castlevania, Mega Man, Metroid, all that stuff. Wanna get in on those? Oh. Mario 3 is a good one? Yeah, it'd be cool to get... yeah, I should really set up that NES thing to stream from. Play all those games blind, first time on stream. That'd be super cool to get to experience those. Okay. Yoshi's Island. Didn't they make a new Yoshi's Island recently? I think I heard people talking about it. One of those ones... oh my gosh. It's one of those ones where it gets a sequel like 20 years later. Super Metroid, Link to the Past, Mario World, Yoshi's Island. Those all sound good. Yoshi's Crafted World. Interesting. Yeah, it's the NES Mini that I've got, but I wouldn't mind getting the SNES one as well. But yeah, these are things I should definitely look into getting. I wonder if I can get it... maybe I can get it set up for next retro stream next week. I can have a Nintendo day. And I'll feel in a strange way like I'm betraying all of my principles. But also I'll get to see all this cool stuff that people have been going on about for a while. I mean, obviously I can't expect too much. I mean, Sega does what Nintendo don't, but... getting your Zelda's confused again. Which one are you thinking of this time? I hate this stupid robot because it shouldn't be that hard. And I die here more often than I like. There we go. Like a Zelda game about the Princess Link. Yeah, when is Link gonna get a game? Oh my gosh. Really? I get past the stupid robot and I die to that thing. I feel it's less that this level is hard and more that by the time we get to this point my brain has given up. I saw somebody posted a picture the other day of this t-shirt they found in a Not even a gamer shop, I guess, but they found this t-shirt with a picture of a female Link on it that said, "What if Zelda was a girl?" Oh, absolutely, this Trickster survive here as well. Just, I've not practiced this bit. This is where I've been getting stuck. I've mostly been getting stuck on the, Not gonna move up and down this time? Okay, that's fine. Zelda was absolutely a girl, Miki. That's why it was a really dumb t-shirt. I think they were trying to ask what if Link was a girl, but they didn't realize that Zelda is not the main character of the Zelda games. Like, I can... Oh my gosh, really? I can understand why that would confuse somebody, but if you're gonna make a t-shirt about a topic, you think you could at least hit the Wikipedia page. Maybe they just knew about the meme? What meme? Is there a meme? Oh. Dang it, Burrs, I was looking at chat. That was you. You killed me. What if Zelda was a girl? Wait, is that actually a... Oh, Zelda ignorance is a meme? Oh, maybe? Just people thinking that Zelda is the main character? That could be it. I'm ignorant of Zelda ignorance. Yeah, so not a lot of lives left. So the thing is, I've been stuck on that Meteor section for the longest time. I honestly think it's the hardest part of this game. So I've not really practiced the bits beyond this. I don't have the strategies in my head. I've just been trying to get consistent at this one bit. I feel like I've kind of done it. This is still a point where I can definitely die. But I usually, well, I get through here about half the time, I guess, which is acceptable. Yeah, why don't they make a Metroid game with a female main character? I mean, if we do want to slam on Nintendo a little bit... My brain is so slow today. If we do want to slam on Nintendo a bit, they've kind of dropped the Metroid franchise. So of all of their famous classic franchises, the one they're doing the least with is the one with the female main character. Let's make a big thing about that and pretend it's not a coincidence. But yeah, I'd be up for a Zelda game where just the main character is Zelda and she's rescuing Prince Link. You don't need to make a big thing about it. It's just a thing you do one time. This time round, Zelda's the main character. You're a meme, Miki. Now, darn good one once we post you on Tumblr a bit. Do people still use Tumblr? I never started using Tumblr, so I don't know. Where do people get their memes these days? Discord, I guess. That's where I get all my memes. Wait, what? Was that allowed on Tumblr in the first place? Yes? Huh. I mean, I know there was a lot of furry art on there. I didn't realize it was furry porn. I feel like there's a big gap there. Alright. So that was our Rocket Knight Adventures run. Well, it went okay. I do need to kind of, practice that last level that I keep dying on. But I picked up that save state now, so next time we can... Maybe we'll start out there, do a few runs before we actually begin our playthrough. Okay, give me one moment and I'm going to change the game over. Let's see if I can pick out something else for us to play. Be right back, everyone.